Okay, fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there has been having a good weekend, y'all. We're back. We're back with another reaction. I ain't gonna sit here and talk your guys' ears off. Y'all know my slogan. Enough with the chit chat. Let's do what you guys came here for. Let's get into the reaction. Enjoy the show.
There's an ice wall around our three-dimensional world called Earth that lays on a two-dimensional plane, right? There's an ice wall. This ice wall is connected to other so-called Earths where dinosaurs live, boom, boom. But we're trapped in the center on this planet in an ice wall. This is why if you fly from anywhere on Earth to Australia, to Antarctica, why do you always have to fly to England? To make it seem like the world is round, you had to travel that far.
Harris did not win.
You won.
Trump. So
Listen to her kids breathing, y'all. Look how much fear this woman put at the grass of a politician to her kids. This is crazy. Next, other channel, we're going to get into some TikToks like this, y'all, because this looks like fun right here.
Take a breath.
Yep. So today may look a little different at school. We currently are in a country where we get to choose, right?
Currently.
And people have different priorities. They have different values. Some people hear what he has to say and they don't believe him. And some people hear what he has to say and they believe him and they agree with him.
Are you sad?
I'm very sad.
And now you're crying.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this. What the fuck? Bitch! You! What the hell?
I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
I'm sorry. No! Why?
It is so crazy they don't even hide it anymore. They literally said on the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight that we officially stepped into the Matrix here tonight. And just look around. I can see into all of my neighbors'
This
windows.
is crazy. Check this out.
Everybody is watching the same exact thing right now.
The Matrix.
Tele-A-Vision.
Tele-Vision. Did you guys watch that fight? I know I'm a little late, y'all. It was on Friday. I didn't watch it. I thought it was going to be on Saturday. I didn't even know it was Friday. You know, I told my girl, we went out shopping to buy some stuff to hang up on the wall. And I told her the fight's today. I like, why would they put the fight? They must not be, you know, have enough to put it on a Saturday prime time. So they put it on a Friday. I didn't even watch it. I watched the highlights and I already knew it was going to be garbage and a bunch of crap. But the masses, the sheep, whatever you want to call it, were tuned in expecting magic to happen. Nope.
What do you think is going on with all that? I think they're in the water. I think space is a distraction. I think NASA maybe used to be in the water and they seen something that scared the living shit out of them and they never wanted to go back. I don't know. We were talking to your homeboy outside. Like, I love the water. I think it's one of the most beautiful places ever. But if they threw me in the water, I would die of heart failure before I died from an animal in there.
Goes to San Diego in 2004. And this is corroborated by multiple points of data. They had this this tracking system that tracks things above Earth's atmosphere, and they found this thing went from above 60,000 feet above sea level to 50 feet above sea level in less than a second. They have no idea how it's doing this. They have no idea. There's no method of propulsion that's visible. They followed this thing. They locked onto it. It blocked their radar. It blocked their tracking systems, rather. And then it jetted off at an impossible rate of speed. And then the Nimitz relocated this thing at their cat point. The cat point is where the fighter pilots, when they're doing this test, they're doing this exercise, they were supposed to meet at this very specific point. And that's where this thing had gone.
Well, I hope
Do you guys think it's from another planet, another dimension? Or do you think there's some high-tech government, maybe not ours, I don't know, maybe it is ours and they're not telling our military to see how we react to it? Or do you think it's from another planet, dimension? What do you guys think?
you guys are ready to meet the Lord, because the time is now. Because we have more news on the Third Temple. Next, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called for a new Jewish temple. So here is the article right here. We have the United States President-elect Donald Trump's choice for the next United States Defense Secretary has called for the building of a third Jewish temple in Jerusalem. Pete Hegseth, a former TV show host, was picked by the incoming president for the role following his election victory earlier this month. Now, for those who know, this should not be surprising to you because back in 2018, we had this coin minted that has the face of Donald Trump in front of King Cyrus, and on the back we have the Third Temple. You know, the same guy who had the replica of the Ark of the Covenant at Mar-a-Lago for 8 months, who is also the same guy who received the Torah crown by the Israel Heritage Foundation, who is also the same guy who received the title Prince of Peace with the menorah from the Israel Heritage Foundation. So you know what this means.
Going to mobilize tier 1 units against the cartel. Dude, if those guys are hunting you,
yeah.
By the way, like, you're done. You're fucking done.
Is that a real thing that they've proposed doing?
Yes, that is a real thing.
Who proposed that?
I'm almost positive either JD or Trump had said something with the new guy from ICE. Like, the only thing I thought was like, retire. If you guys got some money, man, I would like put that away. You know, like maybe move Jamaica. I don't know, go somewhere. Yeah, buy a restaurant. Like, try to go legit.
Weird thing that's going on right on our border.
So
it's a
strange.
Weird thing. Because it's so close to us, and it's so ultra-violent and dangerous, and it's just completely shaped the way the entire economy of the country works. You know, they have so much power and control, and it's a criminal organization that is almost entirely, at least, funded by us, by our desire. Trump declares war on cartels. President-elect said notorious crime syndicates and drug kingpins will never sleep soundly again once he launches his plans to tackle the issue.
I've thought about this for a long time, where I'm like, if they turn loose Delta Force and SEAL Team 6 on cartels and pedophiles, we could just kind of like erase the problem in about 2 years. It's be gone.
He wants to send troops to Mexico. He said we'd make appropriate use of special forces, cyber warfare, and other overt and covert actions to inflict maximum damage on cartel leadership, infrastructure, and operations. Oh, Jesus. Bro, it is going to get wild come January 20th.
It's going to get wild, man.
It is going to get wild. Very interesting. But the thing is, like, people, inaction is action as well when it comes to this. Like, you're going to continue to prop them up. They're going to get more and more power and more money. And we got to figure out why everybody wants coke. What the fuck?
That's crazy because I'm on a border town. And I heard that dude say that. So, you know, I'm sure I walk right past people that are involved in that on the daily at the gas stations, grocery stores, Walmarts, because I'm right here on a big border. And I wonder if they do that, are they going to start coming over here and taking people from here, doing things, you know, bringing the war over here on the American side, or is it all going to stay on that side of the wall? Because literally well, not no more where I moved, but before where I lived, I could ride a bike to the border wall if I wanted to. I'm that close.
For instance, in medical school, I did not learn that for each additional serving of ultra-processed food we eat, early mortality increases by 18%. This now makes up 67% of the foods our kids are eating. I took 0 nutrition courses in medical school.
I don't even think just kids. I bet 67% of, we'll say, Americans are eating. It's everywhere. That food is everywhere, in every store, in every drugstore that you're going to see coming up, in a Walgreens, in every corner of every city in America is that bad food. Every corner.
Is Thomas D. Alessandro Jr. Okay, he was the 41st mayor of Baltimore from 1947 to 1959, and he was in politics from a very young age. Now, there was a lot of allegations that he was very connected to the Italian mafia in Baltimore. Michael Franzese has even said that they're the reason that he was elected mayor in the first place. He would trade the mob political favors for money, this and that. Very corrupt. John F. Kennedy actually ordered the FBI to investigate him in 1961. The investigation ended up going on for years, and we all know what happened to John F. Kennedy in 1963. So who the fuck knows what happened there? Now, Thomas had multiple children. He had a few boys and he had one girl. But the part where my mind gets blown is, do you know who Thomas D'Alessandro is the father of? Nancy Pelosi, who we all know happens to be the best stock trader in the world. How the fuck did I not know this connection?
Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's not a fucking person, bro. Look. That's a hiker.
Y'all can barely see it. It's not a person. I can get my mouse on it. Like right there.
Bro, that's not.
It disappears.
Oh fuck! It just disappeared. What the fuck? Where'd you just go, bro? Nope.
We live in the most insane time. And we live in insane times. You could spend hours just talking about this photo. Look at RFK Jr.
I mean, look at this, y'all. What do you think this is? Do you think this is McDonald's? They're coming after you? Or is this gotcha, thanks for the vote type of picture? Because this is the guy, RFK, right here, that's talking down on all this type of food. And yeah, he says, I'm not down against McDonald's, I'm against beef tallow, whatever. We should be using beef tallow instead of seed oils, right? But in that burger right there, and those fries that Mr. Trump's son's holding, on that private jet, full of seed oils. And he's going to eat that burger. And it's okay. Burger here and there is not going to kill you. But for what he stands for, that right there to me is just as bad as Joe Biden putting on that Make America Great hat again. That's just my opinion, y'all. Watch these people. Watch them.
Look at dude, Trump said, I heard what you're trying to do. I'm forcing you to eat McDonald's. Trump told RFK, this is how you're going to earn your position in my cabinet. I know you're Mr. Health, but you're going to have some seed oils and you're going to have a small Coca-Cola as well. Not diet.
I didn't see the Coke.
We're talking the real stuff. I have no idea how we're going to explain all of this to our kids.
Is it a gotcha? Thanks for the vote.
I have to show them all my TikToks.
See y'all in hell. Wings on the same bird. And look at our president over here, looking like the kid that ain't allowed to sit at the table. You know, it's just embarrassing, y'all. Look, that's the president of the United States. Frail. You think Trump would be back there like that? They'd let him put him there? You see the copper?
Cuivre, papa. Cuivre, produit. This is for walisema kwako hakuna produit. Wanakufa wengine. Wengine wanakufa. Wengine wanakufa. Wengine wanakufa Mungu. Wengine wanakufa. Wengine wanakufa. Wengine wanakufa. Babu mbapo tunaonesha mkimbie. Limonde baba. Mes abonnés. muone mwangalie. Bengine tulibakataza banakufa mumai. Hii ni mambo.
How many guys watched the full moon blood sacrifice last night, also known as the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight? Notice that they're wearing all black. More of a funeral, I would say. More of a ceremony, a sacrifice than anything else. How is it that he only threw something like 18 punches, guys? This was a sparring match. And wait till you see who he's going to be fighting next. I'll show you at the end of this video. But notice their faces, not a single bump, not a single bruise, guys. This was the hardest time he slapped him before the fight. So anyway, if you want to see a real fight, go check out these two ladies here. That was before. That was a real fight. That's the difference. That was a real boxing match, okay?
Well, no duh, it was going to be an exhibit fight or whatever, right? You can't expect them to go in there and be a bloodbath. It's Mike Tyson. He's 60 years old versus a amateur boxer. This guy was expecting him to be a bloodbath. People don't know boxing, I guess, y'all. I've been watching boxing for a while. I already knew it was a joke. I didn't even watch it.
And wait till you see who's boxing next.
Mike taking your money and then you're next. Oh, really? Yes, really. I want that. All right, good luck for day after tomorrow. You after that, bad luck when you are going in fight with me. See you in India. Sure. See you in India.
So his next match is some guy that's about 5'6" that got in a car accident in 2019. So he's going to be fighting him next, and I guarantee the same circus, the same bullshit. What do you think?
Hey, check.
Same circus, same BS. Well, millions of people are going to tune in.
This out. President Barack Obama is strongly considering Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to head the Environmental Protection Agency. This is an article from 2008. I know they don't like to talk about this now, but Bobby Kennedy Jr. was an environmental lawyer for 30 years, doing things like fighting to clean up the Hudson River. I mean, he's built a career holding big corporations accountable for polluting the environment. New York Magazine called him the Kennedy who matters. Now, unfortunately, Obama did not end up nominating RFK Jr. because some energy and environmental lobbyists got in his ear and told him that RFK Jr. was too controversial and too radical on the environment. Classic Obama. Now, RFK Jr. is, of course, the brainworm guy. The Democrats are calling him a fringe conspiracy theorist. For what? Tell me what's so conspiratorial about wanting to clean up the corruption in our government and health agencies, about wanting to return those agencies to their rich tradition of gold standard evidence-based science, and of course, wanting to make America healthy again by ending the chronic disease epidemic. Oh, and also ending the revolving door between government and industry, meaning getting rid of this kind of nonsense. Like, how is this even a partisan issue? Oh, I wonder if it has something to do with this.
America. And a little thing about that McDonald's, because I know I'm going to get some comments in here telling me whatever, right? You gotta be real, y'all. You gotta hold both sides accountable, because imagine if that was Mr. Biden that won, or Kamala that won, and had somebody like that saying we're going to go after McDonald's, and they post a picture like that. What would we be saying? We'd be having TikToks on it, right? The whole damn world would. So gotta hold them accountable, y'all.
American Horror Story told us right in our faces on this season what's going on right now. Now let's talk about it. Now I'm sure we all been seeing all this stuff about this Congress meeting about these different UFO sightings and extraterrestrials and all this spacecraft underwater. So when I got done watching that video, I said, this is giving American Horror Story double feature. Now on this particular season, I've done a video more in depth about really what happened, but I'm just going to give y'all another rundown. This whole season was about President Dwight D. Eisenhower signing a treaty with extraterrestrials and different outerly worldly beings in exchange for technology. And he did not want to sign this treaty with these aliens, but he had no choice. They were abducting people each year, a certain amount of people. And the aliens was like, you know what, let's make a deal, President. If you let us take these people without, doing anything or trying to, fight back, we will give y'all advanced technology. But if you don't want to do the deal, we're going to do it regardless. That's pretty much. So he was like, they're going to do it regardless. There's nothing we can do to fight back with these aliens. We don't know what all type of technology they have, and we know they're more advanced than us. So we might as well just get some technology in return. So now the government is basically telling us that there's this alien base underwater, y'all. And I think they've been new. Well, I know they've been new this stuff. And why is this coming out now? Soon as the, whole election and everything. Why are y'all telling this now?
I need to watch this because I heard about it. It was Eisenhower. That was the president that made a deal when General Byrd went over there and whatever. And they said you can do that, but only on the outskirts. You can't come into the cities and, take people from the city. That's why it always happens in rural places.
It makes you wonder. So soon as Eisenhower got out of office, he had to tell this stuff to John F. Kennedy because he was the next president. John F. Kennedy was about to come out and tell the public everything, like everything, that the government been knew about all this alien stuff, that they've been hiding all this extraterrestrial information in Area 51. Like John F. Kennedy was about to come out and tell the world everything that's been going on for the past decades, that how they've been and just taking them to Area 51 to do experiments on them. Now, this is all that happened in the show, y'all. But I just think it's crazy because soon as John F. Kennedy was about to speak out about what happened on this show, he was unalived. Then it featured Marilyn Monroe. She was telling him, go out, speak on it. And then it talked about how she mysteriously, was unalived. Even though I don't think that's really what happened in real life to them. Well, I know that's not. I just thought that was real cool how they featured that. But the whole season was based on the president, the Oval Office, and all that, and aliens. And now, as soon as the election is here and over with, they're coming out with a whole Congress meeting talking about these different UAP and UFOs underwater, how these aliens been underwater since the 80s. One of the men said that it was a literal unknown saucer under the water following one of the U.S. submarines. He said it was so fast, it was like a torpedo. They couldn't even think of what that could have been, but something from out of this world. But there you have it, y'all. Y'all know I'm a big American Horror Story fan, and I just be trying to compare the stuff that's going on in real life and that happens on this show, and it just all makes sense to me. And a lot of people did not watch this season, but it was a lot going on, but it was honestly one of the best seasons. And there is rumored to have been a whole treaty, seriously, that Dwight D. Eisenhower signed with these extraterrestrials years ago. So if that is true, that means each year the president that's in office has to know about this treaty and they have to be on board because they're in cahoots with each other. It's a lot that be going on that we don't know, but it's crazy. And they're coming out and they're telling us more and more each year. And I just feel like there's a reason they're telling us this stuff. So let me know what y'all think.
They put the truth about the firmament right in our face. Watch this. What are they trying to tell y'all?
This is impossible! Ed was right! The sky is falling! Thank you very much.
Right in our face.
I'm afraid we may just find out, Eddie.
God's words tells us in Job chapter 37, verse 18, what the firmament's like. Hast thou with them spread out the sky which is strong, and as a molten looking glass. Is that why Hillary always talked about breaking that glass ceiling?
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks.
Poor guys, you remember when Bill Nye slipped up and said, we can't leave the earth? It's a closed system.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the earth. There's no place to go.
Guys, they know the truth. They're gonna continue to put it right in our face. Send this to somebody that needs to see this. And like always, God bless.
Check this out, y'all. So you guys know how this is a matrix, how everything is planned and everybody is just going along with the script. Remember, even the NFL and the players in the NBA told y'all everything is scripted.
Are your rings real?
No.
Oh. So it was scripted. You knew you was getting them.
Of course, all day, every day.
So y'all knew you was getting them that year.
I did.
Yeah.
It was a script. True story.
So how about this? Do you believe they have already told us about Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul before? This right here is Joe Glass, and right here, as you can see, is Mike Tyson. This was on the Nintendo about 37, 38 years ago, right? And this guy right here had to end up defeating Mike Tyson. And now we are in the same circumstance, the same situation, or the same script. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like everybody finding out the bit between Will Smith and Chris Rock was fake because, you know, it was scripted. It already happened. So what if I told you this is the same situation here and I could prove that, you know, Jake Paul and Joe Glass are the same beings, you know? You guys know how I use gematria, where I'm just putting the letters with their numerical value. And as you can see over here, Joe Glass gives you 72 and Jake Paul gives you 27. Not only that, but in a Trigrammaton, right? The Kabbalah, if you guys know about the Kabbalah, both Joe Glass and Jake Paul give you 77. So based on the numbers, y'all, what do you guys think? Do you guys think these two individuals are the same? I can go deeper on this, but for some reason, when I start showing these numbers, they don't like it on this app. And sometimes the videos are nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think about this video. Let us know down in the comments below, y'all. I told y'all it's going to get a lot more interesting, y'all. But yeah, let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
I'm at CVS, but like any drugstore in the United States, up front, they give you candy, cookies, cakes, tortilla chips to make you fat, diabetic, and unhealthy. And in the back, they give you pills to treat all those diseases. Check this out.
Crazy,
Blue
huh?
Heat Takis. All sugar. Look, they even got some seed oils in CVS. How convenient. Oreos, we love those. Eventually, we'll get to the pharmacy, and here we arrive at the pharmacy where you can get all the medications to treat all the diseases that were caused by all the stuff they sold you at the front of the store. Great.
That's crazy. All my people in other, like Canada, you guys got free healthcare, right? I got a lot of people up from the brothers up north. Do you guys have these in your pharmacies? Now, my new pharmacy, I'm at a big box pharmacy like this. But where I used to live, it was a little mom and pop. I like community, right? I went to a little mom and pop. A dude owned it. Come up, you know, Mr. Segovia, shake my hand all the time. How's your family? How's everybody doing? How are you enjoying it out here? You know, how's work, right? Just family things. Not like CVS where you go and you're just another number. What's your name? Date of birth? All right, bye. You know, I like that community. But anybody out in the UK, I got some people out in Australia, New Zealand that watch the channel. How are your guys' pharmacies? Are they like they are out here in America? Because that's real. Every CVS, every Walgreens, every Walmart pharmacy, all of them full of all those stuff. And then in the back, oh, that's where they give you the solution, so you're allowed to eat all that stuff. It's crazy, y'all.
Somebody should have told her the internet is forever.
So I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone. If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in line.
Sounds like MAGA.
Park. There's an episode where Satan is planning his own sweet 16th birthday party at this hotel, and every little thing that he keeps suggesting, the party planners are like, oh yeah, Diddy had a party here last year and he already did that. A huge chocolate fondue fountain, Diddy did that last year. A donut machine, Diddy did do it. Full ice cream bar, Diddy did it. To which in the bit, Satan himself says, I don't want to do it if Diddy did it. Damn it, what didn't Diddy do?
Diddy did it.
Damn it, what didn't Diddy do?
When was this episode? Do you know? Like, what year was it?
Oh, I think it was like in 2016. Naturally, netizens could not get enough of this. The top comments being, even Satan doesn't want to do what Diddy did. But others say, well, no, the meaning is a bit deeper than that. One comment reads, I like how it's implied that Diddy has done the same things that Satan himself has done, or what Satan has thought about doing. LMAO.
Or even things that Satan doesn't want to do.
Yeah. Others have pointed to a Simpsons episode that depicts what appears to be a white party hosted by Diddy. The episode is called The Great Fatsby, where Homer Simpson goes to this massive party thrown in a Gatsby-esque mansion. They're looking for the host, where some of the partygoers, including other A-list celebrities, say that he might not even exist. The host of the party. Others say, oh no, he's upstairs in his office. I mean, the whole massive staircase is lined with platinum plaques for songs. And when they walk into the party, someone who netizens claim looks like Diddy is standing in the balcony, staring out at the party from the top. This character tells Homer and Mr. Burns that nobody crashes his party. He snaps his fingers, security detail with assault rifles, like the ones that were found in Diddy's home, and guns pop out, and eventually the situation is resolved. Because, again, the character whom netizens believe to be a depiction of Diddy finds out that Homer's friend is this ruthless billionaire that everybody despises, but him, he loves him for being a ruthless monster, and he pulls him in for a hug. So people are saying these cartoons are predicting all of these things. All the parties, all of Diddy's crimes, did they predict it?
Check this out, y'all. The clouds have started falling from the sky once again. Y'all remember we went through a period where clouds were falling from the sky, like everywhere around the world, like day after day, month after month, and now they're starting again. This one over here is Indonesia. You can see the guy running up to it, right? About to go check it out. Look at this, y'all. Look. And now they're all about to go check it out. Man, why isn't this cameraman moving towards it? He's like afraid of it. We need to go see another angle of this, y'all. Check this out. It's starting again. What do y'all think? Did we ever figure out what that is, y'all? Like, again, just look at it, y'all. Y'all see how they're touching it? It looks like foam. And this time it's just one, y'all. The other, look, everybody running towards it. Look at that. Look at this, y'all. That's just very interesting. That's not what I imagine a cloud look like. But then again, this is like the physical realm, like, right? When it's in the sky, that's a different density. Clouds appear different to us down here when we look at them from up there, but what if they look like this, when they come down into the physical? Like the Truman Show, y'all. Like, what do y'all think this is? But yeah, Indonesia, y'all. Interesting times, I told y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Oh, Bell just set it off.
Look, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What is that? That's Gatorade powder.
That's Gatorade powder, dude.
Oh, that's why I don't drink that.
Medals.
Oh yeah, baby, they got a whole bunch of it.
This is at the Disney store.
Did you guys hear about that Jamie Foxx thing? Apparently he's coming out with a Netflix special. So obviously he's doing better. He's out of the hospital. You remember when he was like in a coma and stuff for like 20 days? They're like, oh, is he dying? Like, he's good now.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he made a joke in the special that he was poisoned by P. Diddy because of the information that he knew. And he's the one that first reported Diddy to the FBI.
He's making a joke?
He was making a joke about it. But the one guy I read an article about, the guy's like, it did not seem like a joke when he said it.
It's a stand-up special?
Yeah.
Strange. I mean, think about it. It was like January 4th, Cat Williams went on Shannon Sharp's podcast and talked about everything. It's like, this is the year, it's all coming out.
Yeah.
And that was months before P. Diddy thing.
Yeah.
Dude, this is weird, man.
That's weird.
Have you ever heard the saying, if it flies, it spies? Well, you're going to want to take a look at this video. This comes from a witness who was out on his terrace and he noticed something weird in the sky. What appears to be a seagull flying around flashing a blue light as if it's coming from the inside of the seagull. Now, he checked the streets to make sure that there was nobody down there flashing it with some sort of laser. There was no storm. It wasn't being hit by lightning. He has no explanation for this. But it almost makes you wonder, is this some sort of spy bird? Take a look at this.
We know more about the surface of the moon than the depths of our own oceans. I had a submarine commander once tell me they were tracking an object. These submarines are huge. Imagine the Empire State Building sideways underwater. Big boys. And you're traveling underwater and you pick up something on sonar that's traveling roughly between 400 to 500 miles an hour underwater, and it's bigger than you. And so I asked the commander, honest question. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, well, in those cases, what do you do? And he looked at me straight face. He said, we go around.
This is drone footage shot over the Puget Sound in Edmonds, Washington. You'll see a dot enter the screen. A videographer that I was working with for a photo shoot down by the beach went through his B-roll and found this object and zoomed in on it. He couldn't figure out what it was. He's an expert drone videographer, and he's never seen anything like this. This is shot in 4K. We can't explain it. It's not a bird. This object was actually not moving. It looks like it is, but that's actually the drone moving backwards. It's standing still, and you can see it radiating. This definitely kept me up at night.
Isn't there spiritual significance with hair?
I want you to do an experiment one day.
It don't matter how long your hair is. It don't even matter if you bald for real. Go out in public all day and just pay attention to how you feel. And the next day, wrap your hair and go out in public and pay attention to how much sharper you hear. Pay attention to how much sharper you see. Pay attention to how less connected you feel to everything around you. And pay attention to how much more connected you feel to yourself. How less often you pick up the emotions of others.
When you say wrap your hair, like kind of just wearing like a hat or like a do-rag or?
A do-rag, a t-shirt, anything that can completely cover your head.
Okay.
Mine is. What the fuck is that? That is so weird. That's not
like a frisbee.
That's. I can't believe I'm seeing this right now. What? Hold on, keep filming. Do not stop filming.
Do you know how many artists that have reached out to me that are like fucking hippies, man? Like artists, like musicians, comedians that thanked me for endorsing Trump because they can't do it. They said they want to, but they don't want to be attacked. They can't say it. They think the country's going in the wrong direction. They think that this control of social media by the government, which we would have had pretty much fully if it wasn't for Elon buying Twitter, that this is a dangerous precedent to set, whether it's a right-wing government or a left-wing government.
We have possession of bodies.
Yes.
We have is it multiple types of creatures or?
Sir, I couldn't answer that. I can tell you anecdotally that it was discussed quite a bit when I was at the Pentagon.
Is this part of the Lockheed Martin discussion, or is this the biologics is a completely separate?
Separate yet related.
Okay. Has there been any, to your knowledge, any communication with a non-human life form?
So the term communication is a bit of a trick word because there's verbal communication like we're having now. The problem is you also have nonverbal communication. And so I would say definitively yes, but from a nonverbal meaning, when a Russian reconnaissance aircraft comes into U.S. airspace, we scramble 2 F-22s, and we are certainly communicating intent and capability. I think the same goes with this. We have these things that are being observed over controlled U.S. airspace. And they're not really doing a good job hiding themselves. They're making it pretty obvious they have the ability to even interfere with our nuclear equities and our nuclear readiness. Certainly there seems to be some indication that they're being provocative, meaning that they're, in some cases, literally splitting aircraft formations right down the middle. So that's an air safety issue. The question is it the frequency increasing? And really the response is, it depends. Yes, it's possible that there is an increase in frequency, but it's also possible that there's heightened awareness now, and there's also more pervasiveness of technology out there that's collecting this information and that can record this information. So we're not quite sure yet if it's actually an increase in numbers of these events, or is it that we have better equipment now that to record these things.
Can you imagine like a nuke where somebody is about to set off a nuke and these beings come out of the sky or out of the ocean? And they're like, that's enough. That's enough, guys. That's enough. Time to put our foot down. That's not happening. That would be so crazy if that happened, y'all.
So because this is all under teaser, all of this will have to be tossed. They've counted every single last one of these. So
I remember this doing a reaction to this a while ago. That's why they voted.
We'll get your badge number, sir.
Badge numbers and the names.
You want to give us your badge number? Let's go get food. We'll get your badge number, sir.
6333.
And your name?
Herzog, H-E-R.
They just hate giving their badge numbers. Don't they?
This is a snapshot of the film that was smuggled in 1991 out of a facility just south of Area 51. If I am truly in danger, that means that this film and this being is real, and God help me. But if I'm truly in danger and this being is real, that means the extraterrestrial program is also real. And I say, God help us all.
There
federal government spent over $66 billion on illegal immigrants in 2023, according to the Federation for American Immigration. Does anyone here want to guess how much we've spent on homeless veterans in 23? Guess? High? Well, let's just start. Higher, lower, the same? Anybody want to guess?
Nothing.
Fractional. Thank you. 3 billion. 66 on illegals, 3 billion on people who have laid down their lives for this country. Can anyone explain up there why that makes sense?
Hey, shit's crazy, man. Shit's getting crazy, man. Donald Trump won the presidency, man. Things can't get crazier. Hey, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Aliens are real. Lockheed Martin has their bodies. They live in the ocean, and we've been in contact with them for centuries. Have a good one, guys. Anyway, Donald Trump.
Do you get anybody out of the country of America? Are you guys talking a lot about aliens and UFOs? Because I heard most of the sightings are only here in America. Do you guys out there have a lot of, maybe not even sightings, but a lot of these briefings and disclosing files and stuff like that? Or is it just things they're doing over here to keep us entertained?
Bro, I was watching Family Guy this morning, and look at what they are saying in this episode.
So, the aliens have come to Earth to destroy all mankind. And, they're going to start at McDonald's. So if you're in line there, you better run. Whoa, not the workers, though. They've already said the workers are safe.
More than 100 people have now fallen ill from E. coli after eating at McDonald's. And this morning, the CDC confirms one of those cases was here in North Carolina. However, McDonald's says this morning that no North Carolina restaurants were impacted in the outbreak. So far, 34 people have been hospitalized and 1 person has died.
Can you see up?
All right, it's time to go south. Let's go.
Hey! What are you doing over there?
While the walkers are incredibly dangerous creatures, there are measures you can take to ensure your safety and still have an enjoyable time. If you have any FM radio or AM radio or any kind of walkie-talkie, we urge you that if you hear static late at night, please respond with the words, Ranger. If you do not hear a designated ranger with a badge number respond to you, please ignore, as it is a walker. We do not understand how exactly this is possible, but we can confirm it is indeed a walker.
Late at night, you might hear static on your radio. If you do, call out Ranger and wait for a response. But if there's no answer, it's best to stay silent. They say the walkers can mimic voices, lure you out. And if you catch a glimpse of something tall, 12 to 45 feet with long legs and a short torso, 45 feet? Don't look for long. That's not a person. That's a walker, and it's already watching you.
We urge you not to leave the designated camping area.
If you're in the woods camping, take these warnings seriously.
We urge you not to let your campfire die out, even late at night.
That flame is more than just warmth. It's your last line of defense.
Is that what they're preaching? I haven't been camping in a while, but growing up, you put that fire out, make sure it's out, pour a gallon of water on that fire. Now they're telling you to keep it on? That's what's happening in these woods? Oh, how times change.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, I can. Dude.
Come on, man. I can't stop you, but now we have to explain it.
Is this real? What? That I'm taking a video?
It is kind of hot second.
Okay. Hey, stop.
Conspiracy claims that in the 1800s, an ancestor of the Kardashians sold her soul to 4 witches. What she would get for this was that every woman in the bloodline would have a successful career with money, fame, and beauty. But in return, there's a catch. The catch is that any man involved in their life would be cursed. So the reason this conspiracy has gone so viral is because look at the pattern in the men that has been involved with the Kardashians. Example 1, Lamar Odom, extremely successful basketball player, struggled with addiction and overdoses. Rob Kardashian went from being a model and an actor to dealing with depression and barely being able to leave his house. Scott Disick, a successful businessman, now battling with alcoholism and depression. Travis Scott, hugely successful rapper, faced one of the most disastrous concerts in history with Astroworld and many people passed away. Okay? Bruce Jenner transitioned to Caitlyn but was ostracized by her entire community. Then we have Kanye West. Unfortunately, we all know what happened with Kanye West.
So there's this.
No way.
She's watching too much scary.
What is this new filter? Bro, why they fuck?
So start recording before the green screen comes up. Supposed to.
This one's creepy. Look at those eyes back there. That one's scary right there.
Meow.
Jesus! you can't be popping up on me like that. You do that too much.
That is funny.
Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Look at my mom. Sorry, Mom.
I thought that this was cute. It's a mess.
An artist from back
Those are
then
funny.
named Perry Lonica, right? He had claimed that there's many layers under St. Michael's, y'all. This painting is called Dante's Hell, right, y'all? And I just find it funny that this shit was way back then, and he basically illustrated Hollow Earth. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out is this. You peep how that's like the sun it looked like? Hold on, I took a screenshot and zoomed in so y'all can see. They was basically saying that there's different levels underneath us, y'all. And that there's something at the bottom of there, and there's also another sun. It's also funny that in the Bible it stated that there's a place called Sheol. That's like an inner earth. Like some type of hell on earth, inside of the earth though. And I know y'all remember the Hollow Earth scene when King Kong was falling. You can see the sun right there. Is it just a coincidence when you go on Google and you look up Hollow Earth entrances, right? And you see this, and there's a sun in the middle. There's literally places around the world where they said that you can walk to this place, but it takes miles and miles and miles. Like imagine walking downwards to the ocean beyond. So y'all just gotta think, yo. It's this far-fetched. Yo, I'm back on my shit, man. Wake up!
Alright, an update on the Bible. So you guys can see that it is now encased. And what the back looks like, because we didn't post that, obviously. Weren't thinking about it.
Fuck off! Destroy shit!
Freaking Russians. Only in Russia.
In 2002, off Chile's coast, a man filmed a huge object rising from the ocean. Some say it's a UFO, others claim it's just a submarine. Whatever it was, it left witnesses stunned and still has people debating today.
Have you seen how RFK is exposing the pet food industry? It's why they're in shambles right now. He literally exposed the truth about commercial pet food. It'll shock you. Please watch this clip.
Seed oils are one of the most unhealthy ingredients that we have in foods. The reason they're in the foods is because they're heavily subsidized. They're very, very cheap, but they are associated with all kinds of very, very serious illnesses, including body-wide inflammation.
Right.
Which affects all of our health. It's one of the worst things you can eat, and it's almost impossible to avoid. If you eat any processed food, you're going to be eating seed oil.
Besides the plethora of health issues seed oils cause for humans, it's also the primary ingredient in most kibble for dogs, and literally has zero real nutritional value after all that processing. It's literally just cheap, processed ingredients. All RFK is saying is we should feed ourselves and in turn our dogs real whole human grade food because it actually has nutrients still intact since it's not highly processed. But coincidentally, dogs have been eating real food alongside humans for thousands of years because it's what they're biologically designed to eat. And the nutritional makeup is so close to what their ancestors ate that their bodies know exactly how to process it. There's zero doubt about that.
What do you guys feed your dogs? I give them kibble. Grain-free, spend a little bit of money on it, but I mix in some 93.7 ground beef, no seasonings, just the beef, empty the fat, and I put a little unsalted beef broth on the kibble. They love it. I used to put pumpkin, fresh pumpkin from Walmart, a little can of pumpkin, and I'd put like a spoonful in their kibble, but they quit eating it. I don't know. They got sick of the pumpkin. I don't know. They quit eating it. So I got rid of the pumpkin, and they're eating their beef with beef broth and a little bit of kibble. That's what I feed my dog. What do you guys feed your dogs? Let me know down below.
To live the rest of his days saying, I beat Mike Tyson.
You give Tyson a chance, I tell you that, because he's trying to knock Tyson out. But you give Tyson a chance by trying to knock him out.
Yeah, it is. To show y'all.
Oh, so you think that flat earth is any different than any other truths they put in the movies, TV shows, and commercials? Well, I got something to show you. Now, we all remember the Simpsons clip, right?
Santa Claus kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back. And the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
Or what about the reference to the firmament in King Kong? Guys, it's been right there all along, right in your face, in the movies, TV shows, and commercials. Or remember this scene in The Men in Black?
1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet.
But all of our ancient ancestors depicted it for us. They were telling us the truth. And then NASA came along, told us that we live on a spinning space ball with curved water. But what do y'all have to say about this? Are these all just coincidences, or what do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow me, and share this. And like always, God bless.
In September of 1950, the U.S. Navy secretly sprayed the San Francisco Bay with bacteria just to see what would happen. Operation Seaspray. The Navy released these two types of bacteria from a ship sprayed into the San Francisco Bay, believing them to be harmless to humans. They wanted to determine how vulnerable the city was to a biological attack. I'm not going to attempt to say these two types of bacteria, but the second one is in the lineage of a type of bacteria that was created at Camp Diedrich, also in the 50s. And based on the results from 43 testing locations, nearly all of San Francisco's 800,000 residents at the time would have been dosed with this bacteria. Directly following this operation, there was a rise in very serious urinary tract infections, and a rise in pneumonia cases, although they could not directly correlate the illnesses with the operation. There's also no evidence that the Navy alerted health officials before blanketing the area with bacteria. But wait, there's more! Also in the 50s, the Army dispersed zinc cadmium sulfide. They released it from airplanes into the atmosphere over Minnesota and other Midwestern states. We now know that zinc cadmium sulfide is cancer-causing, and particles of this were detected 1,000 miles away. In 1966, in New York City, the military dropped light bulbs full of this bacteria into the subways. You know, just to see how bacteria would spread, because the only way to combat bio attacks is to do it on your own people first. And there are many, many more cases like this that are super interesting.
So they've been doing it forever, huh? They're still spraying stuff in our skies. But anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you made this far, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be back tomorrow with another reaction. What do I got going on today? We got some ribs in the air fryer, or not in the air fryer, in the crock pot. I got to go run my mountain before the rain starts. It's supposed to start raining here at 5 o'clock. Right now, it's about 2 o'clock. I should have done this video a long time ago, but I procrastinated. But we got it done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Segovia. Hope you guys have a good Sunday. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow on Monday. Later.